My guest of today's show is Sophie Wilson, Director of Sales and Marketing, PHA Media.
A full service agency means that we operate across the spectrum, so from consumer to business to sports to digital, political, PR, we do it all. It's part of the marketing mix. Advertising obviously is key also, but the thing that really differentiates PR is that it's sticky, it's narrative. Firstly, it's about understanding what PR is all about. It's not just about spin, it's about telling a true, honest story. It's about building a brand, it's about building reputation, and that's what we're in the business of doing. We're in the business of creating trust. Common misunderstanding is that PR can translate directly to sales. That's not always the case. We can certainly drive traffic, we can raise awareness, we can put you in front of eyeballs. It's about three things. It's clarity, consistency, and cut through, and that's what we can give you. We're targeting specific journalists that we have relationships with, and we're giving them stories. That's the crux of what we do. We tell stories on behalf of clients, and we don't just do that in the mainstream media. We do it in regional media, business press, digital, of course. We've got a digital agency within PHA Media. I mean, you have to now, because we're not just in an analog age. You have to be multi-channel, you have to be multi-platform. Every strategy is unique and tailored to the requirements of a client. So it's generally a blend of different platforms, but it comes back to this clarity, consistency, and cut through. You have to have your message told on a variety of different platforms many different times over to amplify your message, to give you the reach, to differentiate you from your competition. And that's what we're able to do at scale, whether it's mass or indeed social. What we would do is we would look for the opportunity to then place our client as a thought leader or as an expert on a specific topic in the media as it arises, which is enormously powerful. Okay, well, if you're a small client locally, it has to be a local story or journalists won't touch it. So have your strategy, make it highly targeted, and make it relevant. I think in this day and age, there are actually more PRs than journalists, and we're helping them, we're giving them almost set piece stories to take out there. It's not about the hard sell, it's about the story. And that's what we do. We're master storytellers. We know and understand the headline. We can craft the headline. If you're a small business, then you should be looking at KPIs and ROI more even. You know, it's really important you don't have a lot of budget to spare, that you're getting bang for your buck. 2015 was the year of the PR scandal. I mean, everybody remembers Dieselgate, the Volkswagen scandal, for instance, and it really highlighted the need to have a proactive crisis communications management strategy in place. It's often the case that it is a simple human engagement and an apology that is required. And I think too often lawyers come into the situation and there's a sort of reticence to do that in case there's a mea culpa, but actually it's just about showing your humanity as a brand. And if you have done something wrong, then not being afraid to stand up and say, I'm sorry, you know, we're being honest, this is the situation and this is how we're going to address it. The benefits of working with an agency are you get the resource, you get the power, you get the magnitude of 65 people who are full-time acting with the tenacity of a newsroom to deliver results for you, and you just can't replicate that in-house with one person. So we work with a number of entrepreneurs in retail, in business, certain aspects of business who perhaps have achieved something great in business and then they turn their aspiration to something else. We've helped them to stop a bill being passed through Parliament, and that's when it gets really powerful. That integrated PR, public affairs and digital, and bringing all of that together to effect real world change to help you with your own aspirations politically and to help you achieve your goals. Hi, I'm Sophie Wilson. I'm the Director of Sales and Marketing for PHA Media. The things that you need to think about firstly are critically, what are you trying to achieve? And once you understand your own goals and objectives, whether that's driving traffic to your website, whether that's making sales, whether it's putting to bed an issue in the press, understand those goals and objectives and then create a strategy around that. It has to be a targeted strategy, tailored and bespoke to what you're trying to achieve. You should be hitting the right target publications, and you should identify the relevant media that you want to go for. Then, if you're working with yourself, you've obviously got to prove your ROI to your shareholders, your stakeholders. If you've got an agency, then you need to prove their ROI too. So I would strongly recommend that you have a framework of KPIs and you work to them to achieve your goals.